In this video, we are going to teach you how to assemble your BMD 3200IR. First, carefully unbox the machine from its crate. Set all parts aside for later assembly. Please note that some of the parts are located underneath the machine. Using a forklift, lift the machine off the pallet. Open the box containing accessories and the essential toolbox. Lift the machine using a pallet jack or forklift, so you can install the feet. Remove the lower covers for access. Remove the leveling bolt on the four corners of the machine. Install the 4 feet, adjust to the desired height and tighten the nuts. After installing the feet, put the covers back on. Lower the machine back to floor level. Next, unbox the second crate, which contains the sliding table. You should have at least 2 people to install the table. Place the sliding table on the machine frame for assembling. Loosen the screws on each side of the machine and remove the cover. Install the hex bolts on opposite ends, to secure the slider to the main body of the machine. Make sure the fixed blocks of the slider are in contact with the alignment bolts. Slide the table and lock in the final fixed screw located in the middle. Make sure to tighten all bolts, including any that haven't been tightened yet. Reinstall the covers. Install the back door by aligning it with its pins and sliding it in place. Remove the plastic film from the sliding table. Unbox the crosscut fence frame. Install the crosscut frame by inserting it into the screw on the swing-away arm, ensuring the hole on the underside of the sliding table aligns with the round rod. Tighten the handle to secure the crosscut frame. Unbox the crosscut fence. Grab the crosscut fence mounting blocks from the toolbox. Cut the zip tie from the crosscut frame and install the knob that is inside of the plastic bag. Remove the pad at the end of the crosscut fence. Slide the alignment blocks into place at the bottom of the crosscut fence. Reinstall the pad at the end of the fence. Slide the pads to align them for assembly with the crosscut frame. Place the extra pad under the aluminum ruler. Flip the fence, aligning each pad to its correct spot. Install and tighten the knob for the fence extension. Install the 2 remaining larger knobs to secure the crosscut fence. Position the crosscut fence at a 90-degree angle, making sure that it's in contact with the alignment bolt. Align the crosscut fence with the edge of the sliding table. Tighten the grub screws underneath the alignment blocks. Loosen the knob under the crosscut fence extension to install the flip stops. Slide the flip stops into the crosscut fence, then tighten the knob to lock them in place. Unbox the extension table. Make sure to grab the leveling screws taped onto the box. Install the leveling screws on the side extension table. Remove the bolts from the machine to install the side extension table. Mount the table to the machine. Using a level, ensure the extension table is aligned with the cast iron table for smooth operation, and adjust if necessary. Remove the bolts from the back of the machine to install the rear extension table. Once the rear extension table is mounted, install the leveling screws. Again, use a level to ensure the rear extension table is perfectly aligned with the cast iron table. Lock the leveling screws in place. Unpackage the support leg. Unscrew the bolts located underneath the rear extension table to install the support leg. Position the leg and screw the two bolts back in. Adjust the height of the leg as needed. Let's begin assembling the CNC rip fence. Carefully unbox the CNC rip fence crate. Remove the bolts from the rip fence frame to attach it to the machine. Align the bolts with the top smaller holes. Tighten the two bolts to secure the frame in place. Turn the L anchor plate to match the hole, then tighten the nut and washer. Remove the plastic film from the rip fence frame. Use a level to ensure the frame is aligned with the cast iron table. The fence should be at least 0.1 mm higher than the table for smooth operation. Adjustments can be made on the level bolt underneath the rip fence frame. Once you're done, tighten everything down. Unbox the rip fence carriage and hardware. Lift the rip fence carriage mount to install the rip fence carriage. Insert the CNC rip fence onto the mount. Feed the sensor wire through the rear hole of the rip fence carriage. Install the handle and the bolts, but leave them loose for adjustments later on. Don't lose the plugs. Remove the screws from the back of the machine. Unwrap the first connector and mount it in place. Unwrap the pin connector and then plug it in place. Unwrap the button. Plug it into the sensor wire and mount it to the carriage. Unbox the fence and slide it onto the carriage. Tighten the knob to secure it in place. Now, let's assemble the saw blade guard and control panel. Remove the 3 nuts and washers to mount the lower support arm. Unwrap and install the lower support arm. Use a level to ensure the lower support arm is properly aligned. Adjust the leveling bolt to hold it position. Then tighten down the mounting nuts. Unbox the dust cover hardware and accessories. Set them aside for later use. Prepare the bolts to mount the vertical support arm. Then, unbox the vertical support arm and put it in its place. Screw the bolts in to secure it, then tighten them. Use the L anchor to attach the rear support table to the vertical support arm. Unwrap and mount the upper support arm to the vertical support arm. Unbox and mount the overhead guard onto the upper support arm. Then mount the shock absorber behind the overhead guard and tighten all the bolts. Attach the dust collection tube to the overhead guard, then install the upper support arm port. Attach the hose and tighten the clamps. Install the 4-inch dust port to the back of the upper support arm. Unbox the support arm for the control panel. Unscrew the bolts, then attach the arm. Check all the support arm bolts to make sure they're tight. Unbox and mount the control panel. Unscrew the bolts at the back of the panel to attach it to the support arm. Tighten the 4 screws to fix the panel to the frame. Prepare the clamps to be mounted onto the support arm. Then, tighten the 7 screws to secure each clamp to the frame. Install the wire loom into the clamps. Lastly, install the control panel stopper that comes packed with the control panel. Now, let's install the accessories. Start with the extended crosscut fence bar. Then, install the wedge clamp. Follow that by installing the wood clamp. Now, check the wiring. Ensure this step is done by a licensed electrician. Confirm the voltage and power frequency match the machine's nameplate. Power on the machine. The machine comes preset with a 30-degree blade angle. Use the control panel to adjust the angle to 0 degrees before installing the blade. Move the sliding table to expose the blade. Open the blade guard by pulling the red cover. Use the control panel to raise the blade, making it easier to install. Insert the round bar into the table hole to lock the spindle. The main blade arbor nut loosens to the right. Install the main blade and riving knife. Position the riving knife about 3 mm away from the blade and tighten the nut to secure it. Lower the blade back down. Attach the push stick to the side of the machine. Install the adjustable table handle. Now, let's do the final adjustments. Set the control panel to your preferred unit of measurement. Measure the distance of the blade to the rip fence, then square the fence to the blade. Use the grub screws on the rip fence carriage to adjust. Then tighten the mounting bolts. Finally, install the plugs. Set to a specific measurement to check calibration. Check that all functions work properly. If you have any questions, contact us at tech@maxoa.com.